My dear wife, if you are reading this, it means our mission has been compromised. I promised myself that I would never drag you into our affairs, but I must bend that promise. It is crucial to our cause that these papers are delivered to the Sparrow. I pray that you will continue to keep this war at arm's length, and that we might see each other again when it is over. Yours forever, Anders.
Okay, before we hit the streets, let's grab ourselves some gear. Every battle requires a deck of 20 cards. As you build your collection, new combinations become available. Now of course, you're going to need a weapon. Each gun in City Wars comes with its own special modifiers. And finally, we'll grab a charm. Your charm hangs from the battle track during the fight and provides you with a unique perk. City Wars is more than just a game of cards and abilities. It's also a game of physical space. Cards are played onto your half of the battle track and come in different durations. The lights at the top of each card dictate its length. Playing an attack onto the track causes the blue damage values to get stored. Try to build those damage tallies as high as possible. Countering an opponent is easy. Notice that yellow number at the top of the card. That indicates accuracy. Think of it a bit like card strength. Place an attack with a higher accuracy opposite an opponent's to shatter it and cancel their damage. Over the course of the card phase, players take turns laying attacks, building their damage, and trying to shatter their opponent's attacks. Now it's time for the combat phase, where guns are drawn and damage is dealt. The damage trigger moves across the battle track, triggering attacks and lowering each player's health. Now sometimes attacks trigger a time strike, where a timed button press fills your faction power gauge. You can use this power to spawn a shield and block incoming attacks. If both players are still standing at the end of the combat phase, another card phase begins. Now let's look at the game's various card types and strategies. Silver advance cards are contextual. For example, the Sonar Strike attack gets an accuracy and damage boost when connected to the start of the battle track. My opponent's Accumulator card gets a damage buff when played from the bank slot. The bank slot stores a card for later use and also provides an accuracy boost. Green utility cards are single-use gadgets, like this grappling hook, which lets me steal an opponent's banked card. Utility cards don't take a turn when played, leaving you free to choose another card. This can be great for creating combos. For example, I can now play the advance card I've just stolen, and even receive its buff. Gold critical cards trigger powerful effects. The Hailstorm critical spawns a frozen block on your opponent's battle track, restricting track placement. Utilities can also be used to manipulate the battle track. Use a fixer to repair gaps and allow for counters. Or throw a breaker grenade to disrupt your opponent. Pink support cards are passive cards that can complement your deck. The Medbot shield not only blocks opposing attacks, but also regains health when triggered in combat. Criticals don't only affect the track. For example, Lightning Airstrike lets you reduce the accuracy of your opponent's hand. Because the battle plays out from left to right, the priority of your attacks becomes key. Healing early can keep you in the fight, and timing your faction power can stop you taking vital damage. Also remember, the combination of your gun, charm and deck creates a loadout that's unique to you. This is just a basic example of how a battle can play out. City Wars features over 140 cards, each with their own outcomes, counters and strategies. Wishlist on Steam for release news and take part in the game's beta.
Hello, package for Ann Flores?
Good morning, darling! It's a beautiful day. Perfect day for a cute skirt.
The girl's awakening. Just like you planned. Who is she? Really?
Anyway, as long as the girl has awakened, no one can stop our plan.
I will end you.
Remember last time the Consortium opened the gate? Hinterland is much more dangerous than you realize.
Take it out. Its strength is yours.
We repeat the same disaster that happened 18 years ago.
You sinful, despicable human!
The Gatekeeper Project involved this monstrous girl.
None of your concern.
I see. You Batman.
But I want to confirm what I am.
Yes, Master.
That won't do. You two aren't cut out for it.
But don't let your guard down.
Okay, I'm going.
Good point.
This again.
Welcome to the Circus Electrique, the most spectacular show the world has ever seen. And lately, reluctantly, home to the greatest heroes on Earth. For a great maddening has enveloped London. Seems half the whole bloody town has gone balmy. They murder. They steal. They don't know what they're up against, do they? Whether heroes in the streets or heroes in the ring, there's just no beating the Circus Electrique.
Welcome to World-Breaking News. Colossal Kaiju have appeared around the world to bring an end to humanity.
These Kaiju aren't killers, Lucky. They're just looking for love.
Are you suggesting that Kaiju are wooed by wanton destruction?
There is a language of love in the leveling of landmarks, and each strike can communicate compatibility.
Well, if the world isn't going to end, then I'll go play Kaichu.
Talia and the destructive Evil's army had succeeded in destroying Twistrum and the surrounding area. All this lofty blah blah without any impact on the game aside, it was another resource primarily or exclusively used for more powerful research.
For the darkness. I mean, for the light.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Like lambs to the slaughter.
All the pieces are falling into place, my daughters. Our army grows, and our adenine reserves are overflowing.
But Dad, what about that annoying Huxley and his nerdy friends?
Yes. What's up with those guys, anyway? I mean, one minute we're dealing with a warrior, the next a saboteur, and all of a sudden there's a sorcerer, and then a botanist? I mean, seriously. A botanist? Not to mention that mangy dog. But we will not be deterred. We will ascend. We will crush them!
Yes, Father. But they're showing strength.
will be stronger. My daughters, tear them apart.
Yes, Father.
No mercy.
We are the Blue Foxes. Perhaps you've heard of us.
That new mercenary group, based in Central Field.
This will be the Blue Foxes' first long-distance deployment. Expect a major battle.
About 50 of them are inbound from the east, with 5,000 enemy soldiers thought to be on board.
Their aim is to break our lines. but we will stand firm to the bitter end.
We may even be able to take back Dagland if we pursue them now.
We'll hold them here.
Leave a path now.
Taste my heel!
Jade has been used as a catalyst for ancient sorcery since before records began. It is bountiful here on DioField, but not on the mainland, where it fetches a pretty penny.
A resource war looms on the horizon. The terms they proposed were simply unacceptable. True shame.
This is a predicament of your own making.
I am well prepared. All I wish for is to keep fighting alongside you.
Our time will come. We must be patient.
To right this kingdom's wicked path, I ask you all to lend me your strength.
Oh, it's too much. I simply can't resist any longer.
That has made me realize that I have lost sight of what I am fighting for.
Surely you know what has become of the ordinary people of my area.
How did you come to be so well versed in ancient sorcery?
Enough of this! We must be united against the Empire.
Is it not obvious? We must bring the traitor to justice.
So what will he believe in?
You want to hear a story about dragons? A story that really happened. That happened in a wonderful place deep inside the earth. In the hidden world where these amazing dragons live. This is their story. Okay, so here's what happened. When a comet flew by a little too close to Earth, it caused this huge fissure to open up. And threw the dragon world completely out of bounds. This cool-looking guy is a nightlight. He's the awesomest kind of dragon. And now, it looks like all the other nightlights have gone missing. They're Thunder's family. He's gotta find them. Their world is about to change. And the new story begins.
In the deepest caverns beneath the kingdom, where the light of the cruel moon cannot reach, Grey Irma, the fierce warrior and protagonist of Moonscars, searches for a mystery that will bring her closer to the truth of her world and of herself. Welcome to the Earth Bowels. The Earth Bowels is one of the areas you will discover further on in your journey. It is an ancient place filled with long-buried secrets. Secrets connected to not only the sculptor, but Mother Earth herself and the cruel goddess, the Moon. The caverns are filled with twisting corridors and treacherous chasms. To navigate them, you will first need to discover the ability to dash through the air at supernatural speed. The bowels play host to all manner of foul beings that threaten to end your journey. Gilded foes, vulnerable only to witchery. Creatures capable of corrupting your very ichor. Vicious warlords who command armies of underlings. And ultimately, a comrade in arms from your past. Laios, fellow soldier of the pristine squad now turned. His attacks are mighty enough to shake the very earth. And you'll have to discover his weakness for yourself. On your own journey to meet your maker.
"100 years. For 100 years, we have been plagued by this war. We fight, we sacrifice, we die. Before us, a host of monstrosities, and behind us, all of Galarian, our world. Their master, the Demon Lord Daskari, thinks he can break our spirit. He is mistaken. We did not yield when our cities burned, when our fortresses were turned to dust, and our comrades, our brothers and sisters in arms, valiantly met their deaths. We have suffered through many a plight, and now it is our turn to strike. To arms, brothers and sisters! I declare that the Fifth Crusade has begun, and it is you who will lead us in this war. Duty calls to you. Prove your worth as a leader. Hone your skills and abilities. Ready your best armor and weapons for battle. Mount your trusty war steed and charge forth, and we shall follow. This will be a daunting task, I know, but you need not fight alone. Your faithful companions will stand by your side. They will protect you in battle, aid you with their counsel, share the burden of commanding the crusade, accept their friendship, and become their friend in turn, or possibly something more. I understand the trials ahead of you are great. You will have to find your own path. What will be the source of your power? The righteous might of heaven, or the secrets of forbidden magic? Will you make your sacrifices in the name of freedom and equality, or in the name of law and order? Will your enemies flee at the very sight of you, or will you, perhaps, turn this entire war into a grand joke on a cosmic scale? Choose carefully. Your every decision has its consequences and its price. But most importantly, never doubt that Galarian believes in you. And I believe in you as well. Do you feel the ground shaking? That is the march of your army. Lead them, aim them at their target, crush our enemies. We are crusaders. We are the wrath of the righteous. The stakes have never been higher. We did not seek out this war. It invaded our home, and our world now depends on you, and you alone.
ここで決着をつける。
風に罵られて、これが私の珍奇。ルーリットの村を攻めるつもり？キリトさん、決断してください。
集え、歴戦の剣士たち。
片付けるだけよ。見苦しいから。まさかお前、
意味のない生も死もあるはずがない。
キリトとその剣ならできると思うんだ。この小さな世界を夜空のように優しく包むことが。
お前の全てを焼き尽くせ、狂い酒リコリス。
Right.